Brown's in the pocket. He's the man to go to right now. Capsized in the contest. Higgins from the pocket. Unlikely, but getting more and more by the moment. Oh, what a goal from Shaun Higgins. Class.
Well, he's worth the price of the ticket. If you want to see just polished midfield play, come along and watch Shaun Higgins in his current.
Here, what's good, y'all? It's Shaun Higgins back with another one, man. Another AFL legend. Show love to Sydney player. Now I gotta show love to a Cat player, or at least somebody that retired a Cat, man. Man, y'all see the title, man. Shaun Higgins. Probably one of the biggest what ifs, bro, because if he ain't have all them injuries, man, he probably would be talking about him in a whole different light, bro. He probably could have been one of them guys for real, but it is what it is. It's footy, man, but getting into that boy Higgins, really don't even know a nickname for him, man. A lot of people were just saying he was the next big thing, the next up, all that shit, but we'll see, man. So Shaun Higgins was born March 4th, 1988, making him 34 years old. Didn't really say where he was born, but he was raised in Geelong. His dad played for Geelong, Mick Higgins, I'm assuming. His sister plays for the Geelong Cougars netball team, and she plays for the Geelong Cats AFLW team now. So I'm assuming that boy is just born and raised in Geelong. He played for Newton and Chilwell Football Club, I guess in his younger days, his real young days, because when he got a little older and when he was playing in the TAC Cup, he was playing for the Geelong Falcons. Seemed like he was one of the best players on the team because he was projected to be a top 10 pick in the 2005 draft. He ended up falling to the 11th when the Dogs picked him up at 17 years old, bro. Keep that in mind because most players, they sit on the reserves bench for a little bit, play a little VFL games, a few VFL games, or maybe a season or two, but at 17, or probably 18, he was ready to play with the big boys, bro. So he pretty much went straight into the AFL, and then the injuries started coming, bro. He played 5 games, went down to a real bad elbow injury, was out the rest of the season. But he came back next season straight, bro. Like that's the thing with I noticed throughout his career. He'll have, he'll play a little bit, get injured, be out for like a season or the rest of the season, and come back and then be playing good. And it was kind of always a cycle with him, which was very unfortunate, but he still had a respectable career despite all the injuries. Because even with the Dogs, bro, he became like a key role player at that young age, bro. And he really just, he was a standout player. His play was kind of shifty, crafty. He liked to sell a lot of candy and whatnot. He wasn't really a big high flyer, at least not that I've seen from any of the highlights or anything that I've watched, but he was just real shifty and had a lot of finesse with the ball and knew how to get around you, knew how to get you off balance so he could do what he wanted to do. And that was just his game, and he did that well. In 2008, he made it all the way to prelim finals and lost against Geelong, ironically. In 2009, he joined the leadership of the team, bro. He switched his number from number 19 to number 7 in respects to Scott West and Doug Hawkins, who were, I'm assuming, great dogs, you know what I'm saying? He also, in 2009 and 2010, he also went to the prelim again. So he went to the prelim finals 3 times in a row, losing each time, unfortunately. But he was always a part of that team, bro. He was just a different player. But unfortunately, in 2015, or the end of the 2014 season, he was a free agent. I'm assuming the Dogs were just tired of the injuries, the constant injuries, because he only played, I think, 100 something games, which is a respectable number. He played 129 games with the Dogs in those, well, from 06 to 2014. But then North Melbourne Kangaroos made him an offer, and the Dogs didn't want to match it, so he ended up taking this talent to North Melbourne. And that's where he really just kind of started to stand out as a star. I guess he just fit the mold of North, and he was able to kind of do what he wanted there, and he really just started to stand out. His leadership skills really prevailed. He actually, in 2015, after he got there, he made it to the semifinals with the Roos. Then, but then he got hurt with a real bad knee injury, which is crazy, bro. Like every time, it's like he can't just be fucking great, man. But he came back from that knee injury and ended up winning the Sid Barker Medal, which is North Melbourne's best and fairest, back-to-back in 2017 and 2018, even winning and became All-Australian in 2018. So he really just had a lot of key impact on North, bruh, and it's unfortunate, again, because I don't know what it was with North, but maybe it was the injuries, but it was basically like at the end of 2019, it was like, well, or the end of 2020, my bad. It was like, well, we really don't got no space for you. You should probably go ahead and put in an offer with another team. And that's what he did. And he ended up going to Geelong. See, Geelong was already reaching out to him because, like I said, he was a Geelong native. He did play for the Geelong Falcons. His dad, his sister, all them Geelong players. He was a Geelong supporter, so. And they was actually reaching out to him back in 2019, but I guess he was trying to be loyal to his team, and I can definitely respect that. But when the team doesn't want you, and it's just time to go, and that's what he did. He went to Geelong, finished his career out with them boys, where he really just became a role player. He wasn't their key guy there because Geelong are stacked with talent. We know that shit. They about to be in the grand finals this year, which is crazy because he's not even going to be playing in this grand finals. He says his body isn't ready. All the injuries, I guess, caught up to him, and he's just not going to be able to play. But with that being said, Brian made it to the prelim finals in 2020 and 2021. I mean, not 2020, but 2021 and 2022 this year. And he's never going to play in the grand final, which is crazy, bro. He made it to the prelim 5 times and never got the grand final experience. I guess he's kind of getting the experience this year. He's just not going to get to play, but he gets to celebrate with his team and his boys. I don't want to say I hope Geelong wins for him, but because I am back in Sydney to win this grand final. But I definitely will be happy for Shaun Higgins if Geelong gets this grand finals, even though he's not gonna get the title of having the premiership. But he definitely earns it, man. He's been through a lot in his career, just going through some of his injuries. In 06, he had the dislocated elbow. 2010, he had a broken ankle. 2013, he had a real bad foot injury. 2016, he had a knee injury. And like, it just, the injury list kind of just keeps on going on and on and on, bruh. And I definitely gain a lot of respect for players that just keep on playing despite being so injury prone, even though it might be destroying the body. It just really shows their love for the game, bro. And if anything, he loved the game, and he could have been a lot more than what he was, but sometimes your body is just like, hell no. And I mean, there's not much you can do about it if your body's going against you, but definitely gained a lot of respect for him, bro. He's definitely just big what if, man, because if it wasn't for those injuries, he probably could have been up there in the GOAT status, GOAT conversations, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. That's my little video on Shaun Higgins. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube shit, man. And till next time, yeah.